Hi guys, welcome to Kajo, my wife's hometown. I think you're familiar with dolmens, large rock structures that were used to bury the dead back in Neolithic periods. Neolithic period, caveman time. This area is very, very beautiful. Uh, Known for apples in the past. In the future, it's hard to say. Maybe solar power, because there are some solar panels around. Neolithic periods. Once again, these things go back so long ago. What does it take to grow rice? You need a village. You need a group of people to grow rice. You can't do it on its own. Wheat is known to be a one-man crop. They take wheat seeds, they throw it out and leave it go. But as you guys well know, that rice itself takes a lot of work. Oh, you should know it does take a lot of work. But it takes teamwork. You have to build rice, what we call rice paddies. Known? Rice knowns, we call rice paddies. But one person really cannot control all this production. You need a village. And that has to do a lot with your culture. Your culture itself, the usage of language is Woody Jip, Woody Oma, Woody Sal, Woody known, our Jip, our house, our home. You speak in the plural, and I'm not a psychologist or a historian, but I assume that really has a lot to do with rice production itself, because you cannot do it on its own. I wish I wish you guys could really see this and be here. It's absolutely beautiful. We just had a very, very heavy rain. And there's Leon. National Treasure, Chindo Caves, number 53. Really outstanding. It really is an outstanding beauty. And the rice itself is getting ready to be harvested. I think maybe 3 more weeks if it dries out fast enough. Some of them are very, very yellow. Some are lightly yellow, not too much green. And the dolmens here are interesting itself because Korea has the largest dolmen concentration in the world. Second place, France, which itself is unusual. Not in that they have the second one, but there's no connection between these two countries. And they have the first and second largest dolmen foundations. Oh gosh. I don't know if you can see Leon's tail. Come here! This way! Come on! I tell you, Chindo Caves, they are prime animals. They are really, really good dogs. They're a little difficult in some ways because they're so mentally strong. Like he didn't even come. Leon, come here. This way. Yeah. He'll follow me. He loves it here. Come on. This way. He is a beautiful animal. He's wearing his country boy collar, which he likes that one the most. But let's take a close look at the rice. Especially for you guys that never really get to see it. Hopefully, it takes a while to focus. Hopefully, it's focusing clear. And how about that? Leon, say hi. Isn't that beautiful? It's a pretty plant. The plant itself is very pretty. Something I'm not very familiar with, rice production, rice growing. But thanks to my wife, family, which are rice farmers, and they grow doggies too, strawberry. They have strawberry. Actually, the greenhouse is over this way. These one in the background, not all of them. In the far background, they have 6 or 7 vanilla gyps, you guys call them. We call them greenhouses. Yeah, but a greenhouse, vinyl house. Okay, let's take a walk and enjoy this wonderful Chuseok holiday. Yeah, yeah, the sky's really pretty. There goes, there goes the boy. He just hit his head on this. I gotta be careful of cars coming by. Not too many, you know, obviously today, not too many. But anyway, what I'm doing today is going to do besides a Chuseok greeting to you and your family and everybody, the Italian class and the French class, this is going to be an open invitation and an open discussion for both you guys, because I realize that these two classes, a lot of you guys are in both of them, first of all, and second of all, they do overlap in production, because we're going to be making force meats. Now, if you've been in my class before, you know what a force meat is, or if you watch the other videos when I had the grinder, we talked about force meats. And making force meats is making sausages. Now, in French class, we're going to be making pâtés. And in the Italian class, we're going to be doing sausages. And some of you guys are in both classes. So that being said, we're gonna do both of them together. So let me come over here, get myself comfortable. You can sit down. My cameraman is my lovely wife too. And turn it this way. No, whoops. Ah, there we go. That looks good. I just saw the screen myself. And just a little adjustment. And tell me when I'm in good sight. Yep. That's good. All right.
Show here.
But you see my face, right? Yeah, okay, look. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go on, up, up. He goes, nah. He knows there's a little water there. What you're going to have, I'm going to send to you guys, are these recipes. I'm going to send it to both of you guys. You want to maybe push this back a bit. There. Level you off. I'm going to attach these. Is this showing? That's okay. Or you can tilt it back. I'm going to send these to you through the school server, right? You can send these recipes through the school server?
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be waiting for you. But what I'm going to do is, even if you're not in the Italian class, I'm going to send you the French, the pâté, and the Italian sausage, sweet and hot. Wait a minute, 2 of each, didn't you? Okay, I don't need 2. All right. The reason why I'm going to be doing this is that they all have the same beginnings, the same starts, by making a force meat. And by making a force meat means to be grinding the meat. Now what I want you to do, there go some people by. I tell you, very nice being in the countryside. People are so sweet, that's for sure. Okay. You're going to have these recipes, and I want you guys to go through these recipes, which one is appropriate for your class. The video that's going to follow this is going to be making the pâté. I'm going to do it in school tomorrow. Actually, Thursday. When I get to school, I'll do that Thursday, and I'll post it then. And same with the Italian class. What I'm going to make the sausage for the Italian class. Well, not for the video for the Italian class. So when we meet, because we're going to be meeting, the Italian class is going to meet at the 14th, I think it is. The 14th of next month? Well, I'll send you a message on there. But we're going to meet face-to-face as soon as possible. Now, I know with the Monday class, we have some holidays coming up. That's going to be a little problem. So when we're going to meet in the French cooking class, we're going to start the galantine. Because I want to definitely have you guys do the galantine. The The pate we'll do number 2 in the class. The class outline, pate number 1, galantine number 2, but I'm going to just flip those over so we can get into the serious work of that. With the Italian class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small amount of sauce. Oops, the wind's kicking in. I'm going to do a small amount of sauce, some sausage, and probably some dough. Just as a demonstration, so when we get into class, we can produce a lot faster. I know you guys know how to make dough, but Western dough and Korean dough is a little different. We use eggs in there. We add a little olive oil. I don't know if kalguksu has salt in there or not. I know there's no oil or eggs. And the eggs are really add a lot of body to it. And we use, well, not we, but we try to get semolina flour, which is a soft flour. It's not a hard flour. So that gives it a silky type of bite to it. So that's what the videos in the Italian class is going to be, the sausage making, which both classes I showed you how to use the grinder. So like I said, when we get into class, we can move a little faster because we really don't have a lot of time. With the sausage, sweet, it says sweet and hot. And now a lot of students mistaken sweet as in sugar, sultang sweet. Sweet means not spicy. It doesn't mean sugar added. So be careful about that. If you look at the recipe, once again, I'll send both classes, both recipes. So you have you can see the similarities. You know, in any kind of force meat making, you're going to take the meat, you trim it, whether it's chicken, whether it's pork. Beef sausage is not really used that much in Western cooking. I think because it spoils faster. I'm not sure. There are beef sausages, but not the only beef sausage that's very common is a hot dog style sausage, and that's a smooth emulsion style. We're gonna do more of a chunky, meaty style sausage, and with pates, generally they can be smooth. Like once again, this is chuseok, and if you had spam, you had pate. They're the same thing, but it's a very smooth pate. Generally, pates are defined as being a spreadable paste. So you can't really spread spam per se because it's a little chewy. But it is nothing different than that in a pate. Now we talked about the word terrine. Terrine is served in there. Is it still recording? Can you just check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes this thing stops, and we're out in the sun, so I can't really see the screen. So I have to rely on my camera person to make sure that monitor that it's working.
30 minutes.
Oh, that's nice. I'm sorry, I got to pick up where I was. Spam is a pate. A terrine is spam in a can, basically. If you open that up, that's a terrine. And usually terrine's a little softer spreader, usually a lot more liver. Now the recipe I'm going to send you guys, this one has liver in it. And in school, in class time, I should say, I altered this recipe a little. I cut down on the pork liver. It has a sundae flavor, which some of you guys like, but some of you guys really don't like sundae. But the liver itself, that gives it the spreadability of it. And same thing with sausage pates, they're 30% fat. So either it's deji gidam or so gidam, or you don't really use chicken gidam, but there are recipes with chicken gidam in it, or butter or cream, because those are also fats. And that's what gives it that mouthfeel, that richness, which a lot of times you guys describe as yulkihada. It's greasy, because it is kind of, I mean, even myself, pates are not that popular as they used to be, but this is classical French cooking, this is classical Italian cooking. So we're going to do things classically, and classically does mean a lot more fat and grease in it. Okay, so you're going to get these. I want you to study these recipes. And I really what you wanted to do is, if you look here, is that centered pretty well?
Yeah.
Focused?
Yep.
Okay, you see grind, dice, the keywords. And if you look at the pate, you're going to see almost the same thing. You see grind, this is the medium die, blend, pack. They're very, very similar. That's why I'm putting the two together. You might as well get 2 for 1. If you're not in the same class, he's over here. She's over the door. If you're not in the same class, that's fine, but you might as well get this understanding about charcuterie. I talked about charcuterie several times. It's a class I'd like to do is sausage making and smoking and things like that. Making a fresh ham is a really wonderful experience. It's very, very delicious. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm gonna give you once more a 360 though, a little tour. Just because it is the sun's now coming out. Look at all that rice, huh? This is a really old area. If you find dolmens here that are, they're as old as the pyramids. They're older than the pyramids. They go back to pre-recorded time. So this area has been farmed for thousands of years, and it's a perfect valley. It's that's the old 88 highway, Highway 12. We're between Daegu and Gwangju on the old 88. So if you guys looking at where it is, and this mountain here, I don't know if you can see it. You should be able to see it. They call it the pregnant woman mountain, right? Sleeping pregnant woman? Yeah, if you look at it, you can kind of see. I don't know if I can see it. Face, breast, baby, and legs. So I guess when it comes to feng shui, this has a lot of growth potential. That's for sure. Our boy's tired. There he is. Okay, guys. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you for your patience during this pandemic. I really wish we could do more face-to-face classes, which we will. But after you see this, that next class we're going to be meeting. Next time we have class, after this one, we're going to be meeting. I'll send you a notification through the school server. Study hard. Be careful. This is not over yet. This pandemic is still going strong. Korea is very lucky. Other countries, America, it's 2,000 people a day are dying in America from the corona variation, the Delta variation. So it's not really over. So we really have to be careful. And I'm sorry for any inconvenience about this. And watch the videos, take notes, so we get into class, mask up, wash up. We'll get into class and we'll work again as hard as we can. Okay? Thank you guys very, very much. Have a great, I hope you had a great, actually today is Chuseok, so I hope you had a great Chuseok, and you be careful and take care.